Welcome back, eh? This is the Canadian Silver Seeker, and I hope you guys are having another great day like I am. I just got a package in the mail today, and if you're watching my channel, you'll know that it was not silver. The Canadian Silver Seeker has been holding off on buying silver the last few weeks here. I'm jonesing for my crack, I'm jonesing. I haven't been able to buy it because I am saving up for custom channel rounds at Alpha Metals Exchange in Canada here. I've already got a couple grand saved up and I can't wait to get the rest. Selling everything I can on Facebook Marketplace and Kijiji, and I really shouldn't have bought what I got in front of me, but I found it at a super good deal, and I figured, heck, that would be a good thing to buy to make a video from. Got myself a vintage Canadian bank bag. This one is specifically from the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce, as you can see, in Toronto. And I actually like the size on this. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger. I didn't really look at the sizes. But it is quite a bit smaller than my quarter bag. Still fairly large, but quite a bit smaller. I am thinking about getting a vintage bag from all of the 5 Canadian banks that I have gold and silver from. So the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. I got another one coming. SDG helped me out from the Royal Bank of Canada. There's another cheap one, and then I don't have the other 3 yet. But I'll be looking for a Bank of Montreal. I'll be looking for a TD Bank bag and a vintage Scotia Bank bag as well. So, yeah, I'm not going to spend too much on these. This one was like $22 with tax Canadian, so I don't plan on spending much more. You can buy some of them for quite a premium online, but I'm only going to buy them when I really, find them at a cheap discountable price, because it's not something that I need. It's just something that I thought would go really cool with my gold and silver collection. And speaking of which, wow, gold is at all-time highs. It seems like ever since the announcement of auditing Fort Knox, gold is just going up and up. It hit over $4,200 an ounce CAD today, and that is the highest it has ever been on record. So that is amazing. Other things kind of going on in the Canadian Silver Seeker's life here. Well, I don't know if you know much about the Canadian politics, but the Liberal Party is determining a new leader while Justin Trudeau steps down, and they have eliminated a second member. They already eliminated one gentleman, I know, and there's some controversy behind that. And then now they have eliminated on Friday Rubia something. I'm horrible with names, guys. The whole point of that story, though, is not so much that they eliminate her. They did eliminate her. She found out on the news, apparently live, which I thought was odd. They ended up telling the news before they told the actual candidate that they were going to be eliminated, which seems a little bit odd, but whatever. More about the story. I didn't hear about this part, but the picture that Rubia had put out, now she was the candidate that the Conservatives were going to vote for, try to get in over Mark Carney, I know, which is probably never going to happen. I'm almost certain that Mark Carney is going to get in by injection, not by how would you say? Now, once again, this is all speculation. I know nothing about politics, but it seems like they're really going to push Mark Carney in there. since like day, like, I don't know, 2 or 3, whenever they first announced him. It just seems like, yeah, that's going to be the guy. Not saying that I stand for him or stand against him, but what I did note was the picture of Rubia that I had seen before when I saw her on the news. I was like, wow, is that the same person as the picture she had out there? I'm not, now, once again, I can't say I don't know much about politics, but I couldn't help but think, like, wow, if you're willing to catfish an entire country with your political picture, making you look like 25 years younger than you actually are, how much can the people trust you? I don't know. I'm not saying that they could trust any of the other guys any more than her, but I just thought that was crazy. Like, total catfish profile picture from Rubia Della in Canada. Once again, I'm not saying she's a bad person. I'm not saying I wouldn't have voted for her, because I probably would have tried to vote for her to get in there as a registered Liberal voter previously. But she is no longer in the running from what I understand. And now the only runnings that we got are WEF members. Now, that being said, don't take my word for it. Go do your own research. I'm just taking someone else's word for it on the internet. I don't really know. I didn't look these people up myself, but I think that's a little odd. I think there might be speculative, a little bit of corruption in the Liberal Party. And I also am going to say something very, very controversial, but I think there should be a DOGE for Canada. I know there's going to people that are going to downvote this video because I said that. I know there are people probably going to say things in the comment because of it. Hey, that's just my opinion. I'm not saying Elon Musk should be in charge of it. I don't know who should be in charge of it. I'm not in charge of any of that. But I think there should be some kind of DOGE for Canada too. Why aren't we auditing where our tax dollars are going consistently? Like, I know we got a lot of federal people in the United States that are up in arms and again, it's against the laws and this and that, and maybe it is. I'm no lawyer. I don't know. All I know is ever since I was a kid, I always thought an election was like being asked, which orifice would you like it in for the next 4 years? When you're like, wait a second, I didn't ask for that. But they're like, no, which one? You got this orifice or you got this orifice? And maybe this other orifice over here. Take that with a grain of salt. But I've always thought that. I've thought that since I was a kid. I don't trust any politician. I don't trust any side. Either side of the coin is just the same coin. It's just the same coin. And that's the way I feel about politics. And my first vote, when I voted when I was like 18 or whatever, my very first federal vote, I voted not because I believed in the party, but I voted so that I could tell old people that always used to tell me, if you don't vote, you don't got a say. Well, I voted. I got a say. And my say is, they're all corrupt. So, DOGE for Canada. That's about it. That's all I'm going to say today. Definitely going to get a lot of downvotes. Thank you guys. Love you. You're awesome. Downvote this video just because you love me. Anyways, that's it. That's all I'm going to say today. Thanks for listening to the Canadian Silver Seeker Ramble. Remember, it doesn't cost you a single piece of silver or gold to like and subscribe. You guys mean the world for me. Happy stacking, eh?